warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning Mr. Taufik and good morning everyone. My name is Latifatul Munawaroh, but you can call me Latifa, a 5th semester student of the Diploma 3 in Midwifery program with student number 142023023. Today I will present a topic about the origin of human life in midwifery program.
Swim through the layers of cervical mucus that guard the entrance to the uterus. During ovulation, this barrier becomes thinner and changes its acidity, creating a friendlier environment for the sperms. On the underside, after releasing the egg, at about day 14 of the period, the egg arrives at a specific portion of the tube called the umbilical ischemic junction. It rests for another 13 hours. Fertilization occurs in this portion of the tube. When the sperm has entered the tubes, contraction propels the sperms outward into the fallopian tubes. To meet waiting egg, sperm must travel from the vagina to the fallopian tubes, a rough journey that few sperms survive. This process may be natural way of allowing only the healthiest sperms to fertilize the egg, to provide the best chance of have a healthy baby. The first sperms enter the tubes a few minutes after ejaculation. But, however, the first sperms are not likely to fertilize the egg. Model sperms can survive in the female reproductive tract for up to 5 days. The magic happens in the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes pushes the egg towards the uterus. Cilia push the sperms towards the egg, although the surrounding cell of the egg produce a chemical to attract sperm. The sperms first burrow through the cell of the corona radiata. Then, upon contact with the zona pellucida, the sperms bind to the receptor in the zona pellucida. Then, the enzyme will cap of the sperms. Called the acrosome releases. It starts rejective enzyme. Finally, the sperm tunas fuse with the egg plasma membrane. This event causes the egg membrane to change and prevent other sperms from attaching to it. Now attach the sperm's nucleus, where the chromosomes are the start, enter the egg cell, looking for the egg's nucleus. Egg combines genetic material with the sperms to create a full set of chromosome DNA with 23 pairs of chromosomes that contain a unique copy of half the genes of the parent source. This is the blueprint for a whole new unique person that instantly determines gender, hair color, eye color, and many other characteristics. The combined sperms and egg is called a zygote. It is the early development stage. It divides rapidly in the days following fertilization. The zygote then travels down the fallopian tubes to the uterus. After fertilization, the zygote continues to divide and morphs into a blastocyst ball of 16 cells, approximately 5 to 6 days after fertilization. It is smaller than the tip of a ballpoint pen. Only 20% to 30% of fertilized egg will reach the blastocyst stage. Embryons that survive this stage of development have a high implantation potential once transferred into the uterine cavity. The blastocyst hatches out of its shell and burrow into the uterine wall. Endometrium, which serves as the source of oxygen and nutrients. About 4 weeks from the beginning of the last period. Near the next period, the blastocyst has begun to produce the pregnancy hormone to tell your ovaries to stop releasing an egg. From then on, the menstrual cycle pauses. The blastocyst is called an embryo now. Home pregnancy tests might be able to get a positive result. At week 5, the circulatory system, vein, and spinal cord are beginning to form, and the tiny heart will start to beat. The baby heart beats about 54 million times before birth. The placenta provides oxygen and nutrients to the growing baby and removes waste product from the baby's blood via the umbilical cord. The nose, mouth, and iris are starting to shape at week 6. At week 7 and 8, the embryo has doubled in size since last week. Little hand and feet start to grow. At week 9 to 12 of pregnancy, the embryo is called a fetus. The baby is almost fully formed and has completed the most critical portion. The facial features are more recognizable. Its features head, its rod and bend toward the chest, and occasionally touches face. The diaphragm muscles start to grow. The reproductive, circulatory, and urinary systems are all at an advanced stage of development. The fetus will urinate in the amniotic sac. It is a sign of the proper functioning of the fetus body. If the baby is a girl, her ovaries contain millions of eggs. If the fetus is a boy, his testicles will already start producing testosterone, male sex hormone, which is necessary for the development of his reproductive system. She or he is about 5 centimeters in size, in 14 grams in weight. She or he is growing and maturing until ready to birth.